All right, so here we are, day 5, post-op from my body lift brachioplasty and gynecomastia, which in English means that I've had some arms, some fat and um, pounds lifted from my arms and from my chest and from my stomach, and really my stomach and my waist looks as if it's stitched together by Frankenstein or like Frankenstein. Um, but anyway, so as I mentioned in the first video, I used to be fat pretty much my entire life, and um, yesterday was a weaning process to get off some of this pain meds so I can function normally. And so it was a good opportunity to reflect and a good opportunity to focus on the mental aspect of all this, because so much of this whole process is mental. So much of losing weight is mental. And so I just want to talk about that today for a little bit. So it might be a little bit longer, but hopefully you'll stick around. But just thinking back on some of the milestones that I had, as a kid growing up, it was like whether it was school, shopping, it was always going to, a shop and looking for the H clothes. I couldn't go to where most other kids went to get their pants and shirts. I had to get H. And H, what I always said, H stood for Howard. H stood for a husky. So I was always a husky kid. And, just taking that all the way up to me and my mom shopping at specialty stores. I never, first of all, I was a happy fat kid. I wasn't ever one to get really upset and sad all the time. Because not all fat people are created equal. And I hope you're not too offended by the word fat. I just prefer it over big and overweight. But personal preference. Anyway, I'd always say the last number. Mom was across the hall, across the store shouting, "Josh, what size?" Because she has no couth whatsoever. Thanks, Mom. I would always, say the last number. So if it was 4, 6, started off with just being 34, 36. Of course, then I was like an 8-year-old. But, gradually it just kept increasing and increasing and increasing to the point to where I got to be a size 64. And I remember, my grandfather, my mom's dad, he was a 60. Yeah, I remember saying that I did not want to get to that point. And I remember encroaching that number. And that was probably one of the most devastating moments for me. Loved my grandfather, I did. I still do. But I got to the size 64. 64. And that was a low moment, for sure. Definitely a low moment. Being overweight, it's never, or being fat, it's never something I think anyone asks for. I think, a lot of the stigma is that people who are fat, people who are overweight, people who are obese, just ask for it because they're lazy or because they're dumb or they're slow, they're stupid. I remember going to the doctor's office and him always saying, "Why are you so fat?" And my mom and I would always want to punch him and say something really inappropriate. But, those are the moments when I got upset the most. The moments passing little kids, going to get food, when they would always make noises and make sounds and make stupid comments. Those were always the things that affected me the most. And, I never wanted my weight to define me. I was always a super overactive kid, and I was always involved in everything, always in everything, and that's what kept me going. Again, I was a happy, fat, jolly kid who, one of my friends said, every time they saw me, I was always skipping. I never let it define me, but it was something that people still define me as, and I hope that maybe you can identify with some part of this, and I'll touch more on it later, but just that you shouldn't let what you look like, whether it's skin tone, crazy nappy hair, body size, acne, whatever, define you. And if it's something that you feel is, then you should do something about it. And however that looks like for you. My whole thing of doing this, it was for me. It was a personal choice for me. Gastric was a personal choice for me. My mom wanted me to do it, so I decided to do it with her. But the 2-year process to get it done ultimately became my choice. And probably the next few of these, I'll discuss what all that means and how that looks for different people and how it looked for me. But I'll end on, I was talking to my ace, my left hand, the other day, and he came by to help me. And I was just telling him what my word for 2015 and word for 2016 is. Word for 2015 was boldness, and 2016 is filterless, and of course I got him excited. But for me, I guess that starts now. And so you kind of get to see all of this, and I hope, again, that it helps somebody, and, help somebody to not be defined by a number on a scale, a number on a GPA, a number on, on anything, but rather, the one who created you, that's God, and how you feel about yourself. So as I writhe in pain and discomfort, think of me, pray for me. I appreciate it. I will gladly pray for you and think of you as well. And I do thank you all for supporting me on this journey. So don't be defined by anything other than what you choose and what ultimately God wants for your life. So thank you for your prayers, your wishes, your food, your support. And thanks, guys. Have a good one.